Bonsoir, dickheads! Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, this guy doesn't look like Paul. He's too brown to look like Paul. Il est où Paul, tabarnak? Je vais aller chercher Paul. Ouais, avec mon accent du Québec.
It's 5:21 in the morning, but today's gonna be a good day. Bonjour, dickheads! Welcome to another episode of the vlog. It's really early in the morning, and I'm going on tour this weekend. However, I'm going on tour. I'm not going on my own, people, because that would just be boring, right? Where is he? There he is. And we're going on tour with my mate Rolly. Yeah, today's the first day of the tour. We're heading, we've got a flight in 2 hours. This flight's gonna take us 3 hours to get to Winnipeg in Manitoba. Is it Manitoba? Is that where we're going? Manitoba? I've got a fun story about Manitoba, actually. I've mentioned on the vlog before, mentioned a couple of times, I lived in Montreal for almost a year back in 2007. And I came to Montreal for two reasons. One was to study French. I was doing a French degree. And secondly, I had a part-time job at the time at Apple, so I used to work at the Apple stores. And I came over here and transferred my job over as well. I was actually working at Apple where I met Rolly, right?
Hi. Yeah, we actually met in that.
Yeah, I was thinking about this just while you were taking a shit there.
Okay.
We've known each other for 11 years. We're both at Apple, and now we're both traveling to Winnipeg for comedy. So I ended up flying to Montreal with my girlfriend at the time. We'd been together for 2 years. We were studying French together at university, so we moved here together, and we worked at Apple together as well. Unfortunately, things didn't work out, and like after 3 months she decided to end the relationship just before Christmas. Fun times. So I was a complete mess, a complete depressed, heartbroken mess, and my way to cure the heartbreak was to fall in love with another girl very quickly. And I got invited to a New Year's party with this new girl and a bunch of other friends as well, and we were having a good time. And you know, New Year's Eve, people kiss at midnight. That's what happens. That's what people do. They kiss at midnight. So that's what you do at midnight, is you kiss people at midnight. So I was like, yes, I know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be a great opportunity for me to be like, oh, it's New Year's Eve, I'll kiss you, yay, we'll all be happy, right? So we're a group about 5 of us, and midnight comes and I pussy out. I'm too fucking timid, too scared. I'm just like, so I don't go for the move, people. And one of my friends said to me, Paul, here's the thing. Do you know what time it is in Manitoba right now? I'm like, no, what time is it in Manitoba? He's like, well, it's 11 p.m. because they're 1 hour behind Montreal. And I'm like, shit, I can see where this is going. This is an amazing idea. So my mate says to me, what you should do is you should go over to her at 1 a.m. and be like, hey, what time is it in Manitoba? Pow, you land a kiss on midnight Manitoba. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be fucking genius. If you wait any longer to like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., it's not gonna work. So what you're saying is that it's either Manitoba or man, it's over. Oh shit! It's my first play on words. Manitoba or man, it's over. Did you get it? Because if I don't do the Manitoba, then it's over, because that's fuck. Anyway, so 1 a.m. comes, I'm super excited. I go up to the girl, I'm like, yo, do you know what time it is in Saskatchewan? I fucked it up. It wasn't Saskatchewan, it was Manitoba, whatever. It's like, what time is it in Manitoba? She's like, oh, I guess it's midnight. I'm like, it is midnight. Mwah. Pow! In there. However, it didn't really matter because for like 3 months nothing happened. I was being a dick. I was just like, I think I love you. It didn't work out. Luckily, it didn't work out because 6 months later I met a girl from Paris who turned out to be my wife. So anyway, we're here in Winnipeg. It's a pretty nice hotel room. Welcome to Manitoba! Woo! What's your first impressions of Manitoba? Winnipeg, Manitoba.
There's a lot of beige.
A lot of beige.
A lot of brown and beige.
Like the building here.
The building in the back.
Like that building.
Yeah.
Like the buildings over here, like this building.
Like this building. Like
okay.
Everything's kind of beige.
We're off to eat typical Winnipeg food. Dim sum.
Dim sum.
How you feeling? Are you feeling good about the show?
I'm feeling pretty good about the show, yeah.
Yeah?
Confident.
Confident now, because you weren't confident before.
No, actually I'm not confident.
We were worried about the audience tonight. We were worried about what kind of audience it's going to be. We're in Winnipeg, people. I don't know how many French people actually live in Winnipeg. If you are French and you live in Winnipeg and you're watching this, comment below, please. Because I'd like to find out why people move to Winnipeg. So we're worried that there's going to be no French people. It's just going to be English speakers who use the Alliance Française to learn French. And they're not going to understand anything, specifically his Quebec accent. Those are the things that are going through our head right now. So before I get on the stage tonight, I've got some radio interviews promoting the show that I'm doing in 3 hours, which is already sold out.
Paul Taylor, bonjour.
Hello!
Hello! Vous devez être très attaché à la langue française pour la démolir sans vergogne comme vous le faites.
Ouais, c'est quelque chose, comme ça s'entend pas tout de suite que je suis britannique, c'est plusieurs raisons. C'est un, que j'ai vécu en France quand j'étais tout petit pendant quelques années. Et donc j'ai eu l'accent quand j'étais petit et après j'ai continué à étudier. Si on veut dire, je suis devenu un professionnel des langues dans le sens où j'ai étudié les langues comme si j'étudiais la médecine pour devenir un docteur, mais je suis devenu linguiste. So what's cool about the studio here is if you need to cough on air, you press that and you cough. You can just cough, that's amazing. There's no sneeze button though. No, if you want to sneeze, you're screwed basically.
5 secondes.
So just chilling in the hotel lobby, waiting for Alan to come to take us to the venue. How you feeling?
A little bit nervous.
More or less than before?
More than before.
Why?
I don't know, I'm just trying to rehearse everything in my head and I don't know.
Yeah, 10 minutes is a long time, huh?
Yeah. Imagine 60 minutes.
Imagine 75 minutes.
Winnipeg. Surprise.
Winnipeg! You're in a new place with a new audience, you don't know how it's going to react, so there's things to change. And well, I guess the weird thing is that we like here there might be a completely different audience to tomorrow night in Edmonton. So who knows? Alan's here to pick us up. We'll continue this conversation backstage.
The show doesn't really all go wrong. Sometimes it's just some jokes that go wrong, and then it breaks your mood, and then your whole set could go down if it doesn't start well. But how I basically.
Alan, my favourite person, has just showed up with the alcohol.
Hello, yeah, I am.
Yeah, being chin.
Allez, les gars, chin chin.
Cheers. Merci, hein.
Bon, je vais vous chercher 3 minutes avant de démarrer mon...
I record myself, I listen to myself, and I'm trying to figure out if it's actually the joke that's not working, or if it's the way I delivered it, or even my setup, the way I bring my joke into my bit.
Rolly. It says dancers only. Dance, bitch. Part of some of the creative process and why we come to the rooms before the show is things like this, right? There's these curtains here. So we've got these curtains that were all the way across this whole wall behind me, and we decided to open them up because what happens is when people laugh, it rebounds off of the wall and comes back to the room, so it gives a better atmosphere for comedy. For music, you want to close this stuff up so that it creates like a muffle. So yeah, that's part of the reason why we come to the room so early. So Alan is about to get on stage to do his little Alliance Française speech, you know, welcome to the show, Alliance Française, there's other shows happening. Then straight after him, I get to introduce Rolly, and then Rolly introduces me. So that's how it works. The stage is just behind this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir, bienvenue à #Franglais Winnipeg, make some fucking noise! Let's start the applause for my opening act, Mr. Rolly Assal!
Guys, you've been awesome. Je vous laisse là-dessus, c'était très cool. Merci beaucoup.
The CCF. No, it's not sexy. It's the end of the show here in Winnipeg. We weren't sure how it was going to go. It ended up being fucking amazing. Here's the audience in Winnipeg! Rolly?
Wow.
Dude, how you feeling?
That was amazing, man. That was so cool.
Mate, you fucking crushed it. I was so happy. What changed? What did you? What changed?
It's just my energy on stage. I mean, I just came out there like super confident, and I was just moving around like the way I would move, like usually, like all the stupid things I would do it on the stage, and it was just, I don't know.
It was an amazing night. Winnipeg, if you were in the room tonight, leave a comment below. You have been my favorite audience for at least 6 months. I'm gonna say 6 months. It was just unbelievable. The energy, just amazing. So that's it for this episode of the vlog. Tomorrow we go to Edmonton, ST, and we'll keep you updated on the trip tomorrow as well. All right, that's it for now. Bisous, bye.
Ciao.